In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing two of Mane and Tail's hair care products, a shampoo and a conditioner. This brand is so interesting because yes, they do hair care for horses and for humans. So if that's something that interests you, please keep watching. Welcome back to Self-Care Karen. It is so lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Here on YouTube, I offer wonderful self-care practices like guided meditations and EFT tapping, and then also lots and lots of beauty product review videos and other kind of self-care product review videos so that you can make the best choice possible for your own self-care. Outside of YouTube, I offer products and services that are related to self-care, like meditation videos that are personalized, EFT tap-along videos, again, custom crafted, as well as lots and lots of other products and services. If you want to know more about what I do off YouTube, then please take a look at the video description. I also have a mailing list, and you can find out how to join that mailing list. Again, there's a link in the video description. When you join, you get access to 3 downloads that are free, that will really help you with your self-care. And also that's how you get access to exclusive discounts and offers for the products and services that I sell. Completely forgot to say, this video is not sponsored. So just so you know, but also to say I am an Amazon associate, which means I may earn from qualifying purchases. Where I do have an affiliate link, I will put a link in the video description. If you use that link and you purchase, it's at no extra cost to yourself, but I will get a little bit of commission, and I use that commission to keep running this channel and offering you videos. Okay, so today's video is going to be about Mane and Tail, and I first used the kind of original shampoo and conditioner from Mane and Tail. At least I think I used the conditioner. I definitely used the shampoo. Gosh, maybe 15, 20 years ago, a long time ago. But recently I've seen this brand again. I sort of fell out of my consciousness and now it's back in it. And I have the shampoo, the Herbal Gro Shampoo, and also the Pro Vitamin B5 Deep Moisture Conditioner. Been using these for a little while, and I wanted to share how I've got on with these two products with you. I would like to mention that I am perimenopausal, so I'm actually 51, been going through perimenopause for what feels like forever. Quite possibly it could be since I had my baby, who's now 7 years old. So it could actually be, you know, obviously I got pregnant through fertility treatment, so it could have been around that time that I started. Anyway, who knows, but it feels like forever. I have noticed changes in my hair, but I still have very oily rooted hair. And so much so that until I sort of went on a kind of hair care journey, which I have documented here on YouTube, I've got loads and loads of videos about my hair care journey. I was washing my hair every day, or at least it felt really much like I needed to. Now I can do 1 day yes, 1 day no. So it's every 2 days that I wash my hair. But it feels like the oily situation is improving. I have done loads and loads of things around that. I do actually have a specific video that I filmed not long ago where I talk about sort of top tips that I've picked up for my perimenopausal hair, and I will link that video up here if you have not seen that one already. Why am I telling you all this? Because I think it has a bearing on the type of shampoo and conditioner that I tend to use. So before, I was very much making sure that I was using clarifying shampoos, and actually it took me a long time to kind of find ones that really work for my hair. And I do have a video, I'm just thinking about this, I do have one where I review 5 different shampoos that are specifically for oily rooted hair, and I will link that video here. But I'm finding of late that I can get away with using shampoos that are not necessarily clarifying or specifically labeled as clarifying, which I think is really interesting. But also, I do have oily roots, but I also have really dry ends, and I try and keep on top of the dry ends through using products, conditioning products, but also for me, it's key that I regularly trim my hair. And I do that myself. I do have a video where I show you how I cut my own hair. You don't have to go down that road if you don't want to, but you might find it interesting because it's a really, really easy technique. I will link that video here. Okay, so with the mane and tail, I said I've got a shampoo and I've got a conditioner, but before I get into my thoughts on both of those, I did just want to share, I've got some notes, did a bit of research, I think it's so curious, right? So this couple, Phil and Bonnie Katzev, had a horse farm in the 70s, and that's when they founded Mane and Tail. The original idea came about because the Katzevs wanted a good grooming product for their Arabian horses. Dish soap, commonly used back then, dried out horses' coats, manes and tails. Phil, who was a chemist, formulated a deep conditioning grooming treatment. And their first product, original conditioner, and then the original shampoo, formulated to be pH balanced, gentle, and yet effective for horse manes and tails. And I read somewhere when I was doing the research that they tried out what they developed on themselves. So they saw that it actually worked on human hair too. Now, I do actually think there is a big difference between horse hair and human hair. And I'm not sure that it's the right thought that we want to be using the same products. That said, go on their website and it's like really cute. There's pictures of dogs, horses. You know, if you like animals, then this is a good brand for you, right? Okay, so what does it say? Horse-human crossover. Though it was originally for equine grooming, customers discovered that those same formulas work very well for their own hair. The brand embraced this crossover and now has a substantial hair care line for people. Okay, and it's manufactured in the US. I did actually read that there's a bit of controversy of some of the ingredients that they use. I mean, this happens with a lot of products, right? With a lot of brands. But I don't think that those controversial ingredients are in the two products that I've been trying out. So let's talk about the shampoo. So the shampoo, which one is this one? It's the green one. Herbal Grow. This is, it says it nourishes, strengthens and moisturizes. It's got olive oil and keratin in it. And it's a natural botanical blend. It is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It's kind of a bit green in colour. Yeah, I think the conditioner's blue and this one's in green. And one of my criticisms is it gets really, really gunky around the lid. I've washed this already a couple of times today, but it keeps on getting really gunky. So yeah, the green one, it's got quite a sweet smell, and it actually reminds me of some sweet, but I can't think what sweet. It might be fruit salad, that chew thing. Anyway, sweets from the 80s, showing my age again. Okay, this is marketed as a gentle shampoo that is enriched with natural herbs. It's got micro-enriched proteins, which are keratin, amino acids, hydrolyzed rice protein. And of course, there is this whole thing that using protein in your shampoo can really strengthen your hair. And this is meant to be used on your hair, even if it's coloured, permed, relaxed or chemically treated. There are some comments that I've seen here of what people were saying, like it lavers well. Yes, indeed, leaves the hair clean. It is really, really soft when you first apply it. And that feels really lovely on the scalp. So I do enjoy using this. However, what I'm finding, and actually this is one of the kind of reported negative experiences, I'm finding that my hair, as I continue to use this, is beginning to feel drier and drier, more kind of straw-like. And that actually could be because of these proteins, because I have heard before that if you use too much protein on your hair, you can get kind of that straw-like finish. But yeah, so I'm not a massive fan in that sense. With the conditioner, the deep moisture conditioner, this is supposed to be for dry, damaged, overworked hair. Well, tick, tick, tick. I mean, my roots are oily, everywhere else is dry. It's very overprocessed because I dye my hair very often. Although I do not use heat on my hair, I try and give my hair loads of TLC, it's still overprocessed. This is meant to repair, rebuild and rejuvenate damage from styling and the environment. It's fortified with natural proteins, vitamins E, provitamin B5, which is supposed to increase elasticity, nourish, make hair soft, shiny and manageable. This one is green. No, this one is blue, sorry. And it's, I mean, I don't know why, but I thought at one point it reminded me of like male shaving foam. But now I smell it again and it smells quite sweet. So yeah, not scratch that about the male shaving foam. And was it blue? Yes, I think it was. I don't know if, yeah, you can see in there it's sort of blue, right? Which, you know, obviously completely, well, I would hope it's artificial. I don't know anything in nature that quite comes out that colour. This has got coconut oil, soy oil, olive oil, hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed protein to help. I wonder with the wheat protein, if you're gluten intolerant, if that would impact you. May well. It's supposed to give slip. I have to say, not at all. Okay, on my hair, no. In fact, I've found increasingly that my hair feels straw-like and gets more and more tangled. I always use a wet brush when I'm brushing out my wet hair, and I always apply a leave-in conditioner before I even go anywhere near it with a brush. Sometimes, like one of my favorites, I would say, is this Pantene Go Longer one, but I use loads of different ones. And again, I've got lots of videos reviewing different leave-in conditioners. But even when I apply a leave-in conditioner, I'm finding that I'm getting massive knots and they seem to be getting bigger and bigger. So overall, I think that if you want to use this, if you want to use this, by all means do. They are lovely to use. It is a nice user experience, if you like. But I think you shouldn't rely on it as your only shampoo and conditioner. Like maybe put it into the mix every once in a while, because I feel like this is like a protein overload for my hair and my hair is not happy with that. Now you might find that that's not a problem for you. In fact, that's what you're looking for. You want not the straw-like problematic hair, but you want to have more protein added in. Then, you know, by all means, go for it, right? But for me, I think I'm going to be switching out to something else now, because I'm not liking, I like using them, but I don't like how it is when I have to kind of brush my hair at the end and see all these knots, and it's very uncomfortable and painful trying to get them out. Just reading here, the user experience is varied. Several users with coarse, curly, low porosity or heavily dyed hair report that while initially good, after some uses their hair feels dry, brittle or overloaded. Conversely, some love it for moisture, shine, detangling, especially if hair tends to be dry or damaged. Okay, so a bit of a mixed bag there. But basically, it was really nice to come back to this brand for me. It was very nostalgic. I think it's very cutesy with the whole horses thing, and their website, like I told you, got loads of pictures of animals and dogs and stuff on it. But yeah, unfortunately, don't think these are for me. I would love to hear from you, to hear if you have any experience with these two products, or indeed any other mane and tail, or if you've got any recommendations for any kind of products that you want me to try out here on my and review here on my channel. Love to hear from you. Do check out my hair care playlist. I'll link it up here. I've got lots and lots of different hair care that I've reviewed, lots of videos of me dyeing my hair if that's your bag. And yeah, just keep coming back, because I love having you here. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, love you to be a part of my channel. It's free to subscribe. It's not like subscribing to a magazine or something where you have to pay a subscription. It is free, and it's lovely to have you part of the community. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.